Hey there, welcome back to another video. We're so happy to have you. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica. We're the Certified Occupational Therapy Assistants with Harkla, and today we're going to teach you 5 ways to use a visual schedule.
So we are slightly obsessed with visual schedules, sensory diets, sensory lifestyles, visual tools in general. Whatever you call it, we love them and we are huge advocates for using them. You can check out our previous content on visual schedules and sensory diets. We have YouTube videos, we have podcasts, we have courses. Check it out. We'll link those in the description below.
When talking about visual schedules, I always like to point out that we as adults use visual schedules all the time. Whether you use the calendar app on your phone or you have a physical planner that you use, we all use visual schedules in some way to make sure we stay organized, we get everything done, we know what we're doing each day, each week, each month. So when we use them with our children, it's going to help with their ability to self-regulate and transition and just feel confident throughout their day. It's going to help them so much.
Mm-hmm. Visual schedules are helpful for kids of all ages, all abilities, and you can modify them in a variety of ways, which we will show you later on. But a few things we love visual schedules for, they provide an opportunity to provide consistent and clear expectations for a child. And they organize the events of the day. So they know that they're going to have breakfast, and then they're going to have snack, and then they're going to have lunch, and they know what's expected throughout the day, which can help to alleviate some anxiety and some nervousness for transitions as well.
They also help to build a sense of independence and confidence with our kiddos. So if your child has their own visual schedule, they can go to it and independently go through the tasks that they need to do, which when they're independent with that, it builds their self-confidence.
It helps to make the day more predictable. It helps to provide structure in an unstructured time. It helps to prepare them for new and unexpected events, like maybe going to the doctor or going to maybe they're seeing a new coach at their soccer game that they weren't, maybe necessarily excited about. Visual tools provide that clear, that consistent expectation, and it does take time for kiddos to learn how to successfully use them and to understand what's next and what this means. Mm-hmm. But with that consistency, it really pays off.
And you can start using a visual schedule by the time the child is 1 or 2 years old. The sooner you start it, the more able they will be to understand it as they get older. The younger your child is, the fewer items you want on the visual schedule. You want to keep it super simple. As your child gets older, you can make it more complex, and you can also have your child help create the visual schedule and set it up so that they are in more control.
All right, so now we're going to chat about how to modify and create visual schedules that fit a variety of different children's needs and ages and abilities.
The first one is to use a whiteboard. So just a really simple whiteboard with nothing on it. Use your dry erase markers, and you can create a visual schedule in a variety of different ways. You can draw pictures, you can write out the activities and list them, and then you can use check boxes for your child to mark off or color. They can cross the item off or cross it out to practice some of their handwriting skills, or they can even erase the task after they've finished with it. And then the beauty of this is you can create new visual schedules throughout the day and every day because it just erases and you can start brand new.
Yep. The next one is to grab a laminator. You can find them on Amazon if you don't have one, but just laminating a visual schedule and then adding Velcro dots and then laminating picture cards as well. You can either take pictures and laminate pictures of the different activities, or you can find a program that allows you to download the pictures and laminate the pictures, and then you can stick them on the visual chart. The cool thing is you can have them move the little stickered pieces from the to-do side to the done side. You can have them take the pictures off. You can allow them to move the pieces however it's just motivating for the child, and just have the ability to totally customize a visual schedule from start to finish.
And if you don't have the little Velcro pieces, you can use the laminated visual schedule with dry erase markers, similar to using a whiteboard.
Yep.
The next one is called a fold to close visual schedule, and this one is with paper. You can laminate it so it lasts longer, and you're gonna have your visual schedule set up vertically, and you're gonna have a little flap as part of the visual schedule so that when the child is done with specific activity, they will actually close the flap and show that they are done with that specific part of the activity or done with that task.
It's like a little door. You're closing the door, bye-bye. All done.
Super motivating
It
though.
is. Yep. The next one that we're going to share with you is actually one that Logan, Jessica's son, uses, and he just drew his own visual schedule, and they've talked about it, they worked on it together, and he started from beginning to end, and he drew what he needed to do, he wrote it out, and then that way, does he cross it off? Or
He colors in the check boxes.
He colors it in.
Yes.
Some kids, when they're a little bit older, they don't necessarily need to check it off. It's just that visual reminder of, okay, I need to get my backpack, get my shoes, eat breakfast, put deodorant on, brush my teeth, just so they have that list of what they need to do. I know I perform so much better when I get to see what I need to do every day, check it off, and be done with it.
You can also use these for specific tasks, so like brushing your teeth, and you can put the visual schedule on the bathroom mirror and it shows exactly what needs to be done. You need to take the cap off the toothpaste, put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, put the cap back on the toothpaste, brush your teeth, rinse it off, dry your face, wipe your mouth with the towel. So you can really specify it for specific tasks that are challenging as well.
Yeah, make it as simple and broken down as possible for each task, or make it as vague as needed, like the morning schedule. Wake up, eat breakfast, go to school. So those are like those bigger tasks, whereas you don't need to break them down, like Jessica mentioned, with the toothbrushing to every little tiny task. But when kids are first learning how to do a task like brush their teeth, it's helpful to have that visual there so that way they can see, oh right, I need to put the lid on the toothpaste after I brush my teeth.
It really helps with those executive functioning skills. So if you have a child with ADHD, for example, who struggle with organization and attention and sequencing, this is so helpful.
Yep. Okay, the last one is to use a to-do and done visual, or a first, then, next, last schedule as well. So the to-do done just has the to-do, the task that they need to do, and then the done side. And you can, we'll maybe just put a freebie in the comments below so that way you can download it and try it yourself, but it's really simple. You can laminate it, you can put Velcro on it, you can just write on it. Like all of the ways that we've already mentioned, figure out what is most motivating for your kiddo and let them have that control, or use the first then, so that way they can see, I need to put my shoes on first, then I can go outside. So that way they see what's next and what's in order.
A couple of tips when you're using visual schedules with your kiddos is, the first tip is to start small. So just start with 1, 2, or 3 things so that they can get the hang of it. But the biggest tip that we can give you is to be consistent with it. If you only use it every once in a while, if you just pull it out randomly when you remember, it's not going to be beneficial. If you can use it every day for the tasks that your child needs a little bit more help with, that's when you're going to see the benefits, when you're consistent.
With that, I think that is all we have. Hopefully you become as obsessed with visual schedules as we are. We love them so much. Let us know your favorite visual schedule tools in the comments below. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what we're here for.
Yep. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We're at Harkla_family, as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast. And make sure you listen to the podcast, All Things Sensory. It's on all podcast platforms.
We do actually have a podcast episode on visual schedules, so we'll make sure to link that as well. And we drop a new YouTube video every Tuesday and a new podcast episode every Wednesday. So make sure that you come and hang out and take up all the information that we have to share.
Yep. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we will see you with our next video. Get it out. Okay, so you're starting the introduction and then I do the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.